Good evening and welcome to Electronic Game Information and our final evening of Level Up Expo coverage. We have had a lot of laughs, we've created a lot of memories, and we have had, I think it is safe to say, an unforgettable time. And what better way to celebrate an unforgettable time than with a look back at Turok Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS. Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS. We have not had anyone ask us to look back at Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS, but I do think that if they knew to ask for it, they absolutely would. How are you feeling, Alan? Are you ready to take a good long look back at Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS? Alan, do we have Alan? Alan. Okay, well, let's kick off this EGI exclusive reminder of this game. We have a Turok Rage Wars Moon Chronicles. We have a Moon Chronicles for the 3DS. Look back, an EGI official look back at this wonderful game for the 3DS. Play the video, please. And here it is, Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS. We are looking back, we are seeing all of this wonderful sci-fi action that you don't really get to see, or at least you didn't get to see as much on the DS and 3DS hardware. It was more of a rarity to see these kinds of first-person shooter games being played on such hardware. Nowadays, with the Switch, it's obviously a lot more commonplace to see this sci-fi action. This is die-hard sci-fi action. Alan, if you could, you're the 3DS expert. If you could give us some of your thoughts about this classic first-person shooter game, Moon Chronicles, for the Nintendo 3DS. It is running, of course, at 60 frames a second. 60 frames a second is a pretty high bar for a fully 3D first-person shooter on this kind of hardware, and it is a really joy to see it running so perfectly, to see it running so well. And you can imagine the type of anxiety that the player character must be going through as he navigates these Moon Chronicles catacombs, searching for items, keys, ammunition, while absolving himself of the past and moving forward with what can only be described as an adventure out of this world. So here is a door. It's an enemy. The doors are enemies in Moon. That's just in. The doors are enemies in Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS. So any moment that Alan should be here with us, piping in with some of his expert opinions and analysis of the classic Moon Chronicles genre, the first-person shooter genre on the, and we have a final moment there with the door that was also the enemy. So, Alan, let's check in with you and see what we are thinking, what's being said about Moon Chronicles out there on the streets of beautiful downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. And if we could just get Alan Resnick into the shot, our EGI special correspondent, Alan Resnick, out there on the streets of this classic American city, speaking to us clearly and thoughtfully about the wonderful Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS. Well, okay, we have plenty more to look at. We have plenty more to explore. If we're talking about Moon Chronicles, we will have another video, another Moon Chronicles, Turok. It's new. It's on the 3DS. It's Turok. It's Rage Wars. It's Moon Chronicles. It's a second video that we are playing right now. And Alan will be here joining us any moment. So let's we're looking at the Alan, and this is clearly another sort of a dungeon level for Moon Chronicles. Unexpected to see these kinds of levels play out in this way. But here we are, living the reality that has been set out for us and making those adjustments for ourselves. And this is obviously running on original Nintendo 3DS hardware. We have not captured this with any sort of emulator. This is the true thing. This is the real thing, and it is absolutely incredible to see such a fluid and thoroughly consistent performance on the Nintendo 3DS. Moon Chronicles on the Nintendo 3DS is just a joy to play with your Nintendo 3DS. If you're waiting at the airport or the train station and you pull out your Nintendo 3DS and you start playing Moon Chronicles, you are going to turn some heads. So you fire the weapon at the dinosaur man, and the moon continues its silent but destructive race towards extinction. It's the moon. It's dead. But you are very much alive, and you are fighting for your survival out there in outer space, waiting for the rescue, waiting for the story to have come to its conclusion, waiting for Alan to jump in here any moment now with his expert analysis on this classic first-person shooter, fully 3D first-person shooter on the Nintendo 3DS. Alan, let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your opinions of what this all means. I mean, where is the game industry now? Where did it start? How did we end up with a game like Moon Chronicles on the Nintendo 3DS? So as you can see, there are plenty of enemies there on the moon, and they must be dealt with in a quick and deadly fashion. Otherwise, you will not survive. The 4 episodes of Moon Chronicles now on the Nintendo eShop. I believe it is an eShop exclusive. You can get the first episode free. Alan, I think you're hey, John Allen, it's Ben and Cricket. It's wonderful to see you guys out there on the streets of Las Vegas. We are so glad that Ben and Cricket are joining us and are going to help us with this next stage of the show. Ben and Cricket, friend of the show, Ben and Cricket. So happy to see you guys.
Hey,
you're on Las Vegas. Man? You've been watching the Moon Chronicles videos.
Robbie, can you put anything you want on the screen?
I have no. Well, we have Ben and Cricket on the EGI on the street.
Robbie,
and you guys have
phone
shown
number
up
on the screen.
Yeah, he needs more people to call him. He was saying that last night, Ben. It was so funny. You should have been there. He was like Cricket. He was like, I need more people to call me.
I just want you to put up like a picture of me and my stats.
Phone number. That's a wonderful idea. A picture of stats, a picture of like kind of like bars, like with a sort of pen. 10.
My boy Ben gets all 10s.
You put up a picture of Cricket behind you. Why can't you put up a picture of me?
Well, it's a wonderful thought. It's a wonderful thing to just kind of turn over in your head. But what we are here for is, of course, Moon Chronicles coverage. So take it away, guys. You are on EGI with your thoughts of Moon Chronicles.
Robbie, I think being on the moon is a feeling rather than a place. And it's one that I've had like every night. I didn't know I could have it every night.
Is it like a dream?
Did you? It's not a dream because it's reality.
It's just a thinking kind of thing.
And until we came on this trip and I pulled that towards me, like gravity, which is something they have on the moon, I didn't know how much I could have it before, and I've had it now. Moon Chronicles, I mean, it's like a chronicle is like a couple books all together, right? And I feel like in what we've done in this last couple nights, we could have written many books, which is like a chronicle.
Yeah. Is there a Robbie in is Moon Chronicle? Where are you right now? Are you at the Bellagio?
We are at the EGI studios in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. Our sort of remote studios, or on the road studios, and we are broadcasting live. And it should it should be pretty obvious that I am trying to we're doing our coverage, and
you're still doing the show
we're
thing.
Just doing the show. We're here. We're
you're still
trying
doing
to.
that?
We're yes, absolutely, and it would be so. If I could just sort of bring it back to Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo
Yes.
3DS.
No,
You
I
guys,
love
of course,
that.
are familiar with the Nintendo 3DS.
I have something that
the-
do you have cash?
I have better than
How
cash.
much
I
cash
have
is in
the
your
I
wallet
have a
right now?
list of Moon Chronicles facts, and
No.
so I would like to start reading those out right now.
No.
With starting
No.
with this. Moon Chronicles was, of course, created by Renegade Kid, the sort of Renegade developer. Renegade Kid developed and published Moon Chronicles shortly after the 3DS was introduced. But if you are interested in Renegade Kid information, then we have it. Renegade information. They are, of course, the people behind Dementium and Dementium 2.
No. The moon's not made of something called Dementium, Robbie.
Dementium,
it's a beautiful sphere, and it's made mostly.
It's a horror game. It's they created a
pieces of
custom
dirt.
engine.
And I have some of them here that somebody gave me last night, and I will give it to you, but I need money for it, Robbie.
A custom 60 frames per second engine, first-person shooter engine running on the original DS, which they, of course, originally pitched to Konami.
Did you get my text?
As a possible Silent Hill tie-in.
Did you, Robbie? Robbie, I texted you my Tinder login information.
He needs more.
If you could put that up, because you have the picture of Cricket behind you, and I just think
that's
there should be
Sonic the Hedgehog,
maybe
or
with my Tinder.
Silent Hill.
You can get in there, get it, dude. Log into my Tinder, do whatever you want with it. I won't tell anybody.
Well, if I could
Put
just get your
anything
thoughts
there,
on
as long as you just put it up on the screen, because you have the control of the screen, which I don't. And if you can make that happen,
why are
Robbie,
why don't
Ben
let's
needs
just try
a
something
little
else. Let's
boost
why are you
right
guys in
now.
Las Vegas? What are your reasons for being here? It's so wonderful to run into friends of the show, extended family, EGI family, Ben and Cricket. It's so wonderful to see you. How is this? How did this happen?
I mean, we've
just been here
for like weeks, just being. Like, we don't have to have a show to go somewhere. Lost somewhere.
We come here to look at the fountains and to do acid
and to hug as many people as we can.
Yeah.
To bring, like, we don't have to go somewhere to do something, but we do bring stuff wherever we go.
Yeah,
I guess
and
is what I would say.
Contrary to what people think, you can swim in 2 feet of water. You can do laps. You can't. You can use that as your toilet. You can use it as your sink. You can use it as a bath. You can basically live outside if you're near the fountain.
Here are the ingredients of a spa: water and the right state of mind.
Okay,
you know?
let's
That's
see
really
if we can.
good one. This is like
if
a
I could,
spa.
that's wonderful to have that. We're caught up on that, and now we are going to talk about some of the other aspects of
Robbie?
Moon Chronicles.
Robbie?
So we have, of course, highly detailed
look-
geometry models for
you look
the
a little
player,
tired.
the weapons for the vehicles that you do drive in Moon Chronicles.
Robbie,
Believe it or not, there are
give me
vehicles.
Give me the headline about Moon Chronicles, dude. Just stop holding back. I don't want to hear about what happens or what are qualities of it. I want to hear the thing that's going to make people go wild, go insane
Right,
when they hear
so-
about Moon Chronicles.
okay,
so help
so-
me help you, because I can't. Everything you're telling me, I can't sell that. I can't get anyone to. I'm not even listening to you. I don't even know what you're saying, and I don't care about
Okay.
you as a person, and I don't want to be here and all
Right.
of that good stuff. But what I want from you right now, just give me something that gets me, like, it makes me feel like I'm on drugs, like I'm tripping, like something good is happening
Yes.
in my life.
I understand. If you turn the 3D slider on the side of your Nintendo 3DS completely off,
All right.
Moon Chronicles has full screen anti-aliasing.
I don't understand
Okay,
what that is.
but what I'm hearing you say is that what I'm hearing you
But
say.
the 3D effect has to be off. If you have the 3D effect
So
on,
who's the main character of your little game?
It is a silent protagonist. It's a character that
silent,
you get to, as
sounds
the
hot.
player, get to sort of put yourself, your personality into that.
See, what would be better here is if it was maybe like a fucking hot dude or chick.
Or chick, because we saw some chicks.
We saw chicks, and it would be cool if because sometimes you see the hand in the gun, I think, in your games. But what if there were other body parts that it came into this shot? Do you know what I mean?
I can't hear when you move the microphone away from you. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. So,
if I could, this is one of the few games in the early 3DS library that had Circle Pad Pro support.
is that a type of thing you how do you take that? Is
You
that
you
from
stick
the
it into
mouth, or
the
do
side
you-
of the 3DS. It adds some bulk to it, but I think you'll find in some games where it is properly utilized.
Robby,
I can take a lot more
You
bulk than people think. Actually.
why
just-
would you want to escape a reality where you can do drugs? That's my one question for you and for your viewers.
Great.
Because
Let's take some calls if we can. Let's go to the phones and see what people are saying about Moon Chronicles. See what people are saying about these wonderful shadow maps, these texture filtering effects that are in this. It's a 3DS first-person shooter. Hello, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information with Robby, Ben, and Cricket, and we are talking, of course, about Moon Chronicles. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air with Electronic
Hello?
Game Information. What are your thoughts about Moon Chronicles?
I really like it. I didn't actually know that the 3DS had any first-person things, but the I don't think the graphics are really all that good compared to like what 3DS games normally had. I mean, compared to some of the other ones, it seems more like it was a port than a legitimate 3DS game.
Well, I
don't
think
know,
that
it's a
you'll
bit
find
disappointing.
that Ben and Cricket, this is a very good caller because they're reminding us that that Moon Chronicles was not developed exclusively originally for the 3DS. It was a Nintendo DS game that was running on the same engine as the Dementium 2 engine, the one that they pitched to Konami as a possible Silent Hill tie-in game, and it wasn't until the 3DS came out, and it had sort of bereft of a lot of early launch titles. It took a little while for the 3DS, of course, to kind of gain the steam that it did. So they were doing some ports, not a lot, but some ports of DS games to 3DS, and now, of course, we do see that with the Alliance Alive.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was actually a port to begin with. But yeah, I mean, are there any other first-person 3DS games? Because that was like the first one I ever heard of.
Ben and Cricket, why don't you guys take this one on?
So yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say the caller's making so many amazing points. Thank you so much for calling in. I know it can be really hard to call in, and you did, and I love that. I think that one of the things that I like to think about is that the graphics in the real world are perfect. You can't improve on them, and so trying to look at something else and pretending it's the real world is never going to get you there.
But if
because
you
the
turn
other
off
thing is that
don't forget,
object
caller, that if you do turn off the 3D slider effect on the top screen of your 3DS, you do get full screen anti-aliasing. So I'm gonna have to disagree with
Ben,
Cricket
let
there.
Ben talk. Let Ben
Question
talk.
for
Let
caller.
Ben talk.
All right, caller. So say you didn't listen to anything you said. You don't care about video games. You don't think they're cool. You like.
But I do care about video games a lot.
No, but this is a hypothetical.
Hypothetical,
And
yeah,
if-
got it.
Yeah. So imagine that. Okay, if you didn't have any friends, and you would sit in a room and talk about like the Wikipedia page of a game, how would you try to help that person because they're your dear friend?
If I'm trying to like describe one of my favorite games to them.
No, like what else
or-
could they do than what they're doing now? Like maybe more cool or like, more sexy, like do a makeover kind of thing. Like should we do a makeover kind of thing for?
I think honestly you should probably give the show back to Robby because he's trying pretty hard on this, and I feel like you're derailing the whole thing. He's trying to make some really good points.
Thank you,
Robby
for
with
your
the
call.
trade
Thank you for a
Thank
point,
you.
wonderful point. Appreciate the
And I
support
agree.
that we get from our viewers, from our callers. We are talking about Moon Chronicles after all,
really
and the
thought we were
caller has
derailing.
been
That's so awesome.
wondering about all of these, these types of graphic upgrades that you get when you switch from an older piece of hardware to a newer piece of hardware. So we have another
God
call
gave
on
us
the
one
air.
eye, Robbie, and we need to use it to see the
And he
graphics
gave
that are all
the
around us.
3DS 2 screen. So let's talk to our next caller. It's Ben and Cricket and Robbie talking about Moon Chronicles for the Nintendo 3DS.
Hi, Robby. How's it going?
Good. It's good.
And
Good.
Ben and
We're
Cricket.
doing our final coverage. We're doing our big look back at Moon Chronicles, and all of the aspects of Moon Chronicles that we remember from its launch. So it feels like just yesterday.
Yeah, great. Hey, Cricket.
Hey.
How are your angels doing?
Oh, that is such an amazing question. They're doing great. I keep them with me. I keep them with me right here. I keep them with me under, above, around, and through myself, which is a new evolution actually, because before I was just under, around, and above. But the through is something that I actually discovered with Ben. The through is the hardest one. And we were just in this crowded room.
Yeah.
Where were we? It was in one of the rooms.
But it was sweaty, it was crowded. We were
So
all
sweaty,
on each other,
and
mouths everywhere, touching on people, coughing into each other's mouths, just
feeling,
licking,
just
touching.
owning it. And it's like, it's so hard to describe anything that actually happens. Like, you can describe fake stuff, but it's so hard to describe what happens.
Yeah.
And the best that I know how to say it is it just like, all of a sudden I was like,
Yeah.
and then I stopped for a second, and then I was like, that was through.
Yeah.
That was through.
But yeah. Anyway, tell us about Moon.
Oh, yeah, Moon
Chronicles. Moon Chronicles.
Thank you for your
tell us
question.
I
about
have to say that
tell us about what you think about that. I'm trying
It's
to.
been a really nostalgic game for me. I've played it ever since I've had my 3DS. It brings me back to the PS2, brings me back to the GameCube. I'm just here for all of the polygons, you know?
Okay, so we're talking about PS2, we're talking about GameCube, where there are specific games that sort of are on those systems that remind you, that maybe create kind of a path, a sort of historical path that led us to the point where we do have Moon Chronicles on the Nintendo 3DS. Like Red Faction. Caller, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information. We are talking Moon Chronicles. We are talking about how we got to the point where we are talking about Moon Chronicles. We are talking about the 3DS system and the Nintendo DS.
I'll take this one, Robbie.
No.
Hey, so caller, have you seen any good movies lately?
What did I watch recently? I saw that new Star Wars. I didn't love that. I watched
Obi-Wan
Snowpiercer.
Kenobi.
Yeah, not
An
good.
older one?
Next.
You're our only
what
choice.
other movie did you see? Something sexy.
It's been a bit. I really haven't gotten out. I mean, I've been busy with schoolwork and stuff. Oh, I saw Promare, that anime one.
Okay, cool. That's like a cartoon.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's gay.
Oh, I love it.
Oh. Respect.
This
Yeah.
sounds hot.
That sounds.
There's a cool firefighter guy and
Go on.
fire powers.
Caller, what you're doing, what you're saying right now reminds me of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What do you think? Have you played JoJo's Bizarre Adventure at all?
I have not gotten around to that, although I know a lot of folks who are very into it.
I do believe
I know
that there
that
is
there
a
are
firefighter character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I can't promise you that it's in the Dreamcast or the PlayStation 2 re-release of the Dreamcast JoJo's game, but I do believe that you will find in the mythos of the Bizarre Adventure that a firefighter character exists. Caller, have you, thinking about firefighters, if we can just sort of like focus in on that for a moment, have you played
Yes, please.
Burning Rangers on the Sega Saturn?
I have not. Do you want to tell me about it?
It's a wonderful firefighting adventure game. You jump around, put out fires, fly around a little bit as long as your jetpack has the fuel to do so kind of game. And it is on the Sega Saturn, so you probably are going to have a lot of trouble finding it, a lot of trouble playing it unless somebody has created a decent Sega Saturn emulator that can play Burning Rangers or...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can
Right.
find it. Is it like a 2D platformer?
No, it's 3D. It's fully 3D. Thank you for your call.
Wait.
and-
I want to ask about 3D Firefighter.
No, we.
Wait. I wanna.
Just let her do it.
Okay, she's gonna ask about 3D firefighters, and then we have to go to the video.
Caller,
No video. I
Yeah.
want to say something.
can you
Yeah,
just
I'm here. Hi.
can you describe a firefighter in 3D for me?
So a 3D firefighter would have like a cool like red firefighter hat that would be sort of polygonal,
That's-
and then I think like a pretty rugged face, whether they're man or a woman.
Hell yeah.
And then I think just like a cool like fireproof sort of outfit.
And they have
Maybe
tons
with
of
some, like,
water.
flame decals.
What happens when you put your hand on their arm?
I think they're confused at first, but then I think they're reassured.
Because firefighters worry too.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of concerns and I think they're worried about the healthcare situation in America.
I agree.
Can we help?
we all
Is
should
there
be.
literally nothing we can do to help?
I think that the thing that we can do for firefighters the world over is track down a decent Sega Saturn emulator and play Burning Rangers for the Sega Saturn
All right, let's-
in any way
let's
that we
take-
possibly
let's go to
can.
the video.
A clean-shaven Burning Rangers firefighter.
All right, I got it from here.
that are- This is Robbie and Alan reporting to you from the hallway and out at. This is Robbie and Alan. We are in the hallway for the Level Up Expo, and we have just run into a friend of the show,
Eric.
Eric, friend of the show, Eric, and he's, as you can see, he's wearing one of those beautiful limited edition electronic game information T-shirts that we auctioned off on AdultSwim.com just before Christmas. You're here as a volunteer, I understand.
Yes, I was.
You was. Past tense. The past is behind you.
I just volunteered yesterday. I'm not volunteering today.
What have you seen? What have you seen here that has moved you? What have you seen here that has made you appreciate the breadth and the scope of this gaming culture, of the gaming industry, of enthusiast culture, of hobbyists, of cosplayers, and the whole cornucopia of friendship and video games?
Yesterday we pushed really large boxes, and that was moving.
How big? What kind of boxes are we talking about? Like Soul Reaver sized boxes, or like Half-Life 2 style boxes?
I don't know what the size of Half-Life 2 boxes are.
Never played Half-Life 2.
No, sir.
Well, let me tell you right now, if you have if you have the time, if you have the energy, and you have a reasonable PC that maybe that 5 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old PC, you do it yourself a favor and go out and grab you a copy of Half-Life 2 on Steam or on Xbox.
I'll respectfully decline. Thank you, though.
I came here from Los Angeles with a lot of pain, with a lot of weight on my shoulders, and being here and being with the community here and being with the people here has made me feel accepted. It has made me feel. It has made being here has made the weight go away. I feel light. I feel filled with light. And I just want to, if I can, just thank you as a sort of ambassador for your town, for your convention. You've been here 3 or 4 times, you've said at this point. Yeah. And you have been, and people around here, and people, maybe friends of yours, maybe acquaintances, just people, when they're together and when they care about something, they can change the world.
Right. The Level Up convention, they keep the lights way too bright, but what happens here has been tending to stay here. And so I think part of what maybe is so good about the community here is they can keep secrets, and people don't, it's your time here is yours.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, people do keep secrets, Nothing comes out here. So everything stays inside, you know?
That's so cool, and that's why the Level Up convention is so fun. What happens here has been stuck here forever. It will not escape.
What keeps you up at night?
Oh, what keeps me up at night? Now are we talking like philosophically, or we're just talking like just like a normal thing? Just for real, I think just not knowing what's ahead. Because you can always plan for the future, but you never truly know. And that's just life.
It's uncertainty. Uncertainty keeps you up at night. The night sweat's the real thing. It's dangerous out there. It's dangerous. The future is, the most dangerous thing about the future is you can't see it. And the past is the past, and you don't want to look at it because then you see where you've been and maybe you want to change things and you can't change anything. You have to just keep going forward, and sometimes that's terrifying.
Oh yeah, it's taking that big leap forward. Like you said, looking back, you don't really want to look at it, but I think that one should reflect on their past and just keep going on. Like, if you, let's say you did something bad a long time ago, maybe you messed up, you have a regret. Sure, you can binge on it and dwell on it for like years, but sooner or later, you're just gonna have to suck it up and just move on and make yourself a better person.
Robby said that we could have as much fun as we wanted in Las Vegas, just, he said, no pills.
Beautiful down. This is a question that I've been meaning to ask someone local like yourself, which is people say, coming from the East Coast, people say Nevada, and that's wrong. And I understand that to be incorrect. You say Nevada, but I also, well, thank you, Star Wars, Darth. And so, is it Las or is it Lass?
Oh, Las.
So we say the soft ah for Nevada. We say that we don't say the soft ah for Nevada, but we do say the soft ah for Las.
Yeah, well put. Yeah.
And we say it's of course just a wonderful place to grow up, to raise children, and to see all of the different types of growth that can occur when you overstimulate them.
Yeah, I grew up pretty well.
And I just want to give a quick EGI shout out to everyone in Las Vegas that made our trip there so special, made the Expo such a wonderful.
Robby.
Robby, we have a special surprise.
Guess
Look
what?
we found.
Oh,
It's Alan.
We found Alan. What's
What?
up, Alan? Say hey, dude.
hey.
It's Alan. That's classic
It's your
Alan
friend.
stuff.
All right.
Alan, do the funny joke.
So let's just try to. We're gonna work. We're gonna work with this, and we are going to get right into the
Robbie.
art for the
Alan,
section of
Robbie,
the show
Alan.
where we.
Alan, say
Right.
one of your
Alan.
classic bits.
We found him for you.
Hey,
We brought
Rob.
him.
Hey, it's great to see Ben and Cricket expressing themselves to people on the streets
Alan.
of Las
TV
Vegas,
show.
and now we are going to see how people express themselves through art with the section "It's the Arts." Are you guys ready to take a look at that? Are you guys?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
Because we're out. We
You're-
found Alan, dude.
I know, man.
We're out here. This is the best fan art you could ever ask for. It's Alan.
Alan. We love him so much.
Yeah,
I
Alan,
don't
where
think
have
I
you
ever
been? Where have
loved
you been?
Alan
We are,
before, but I love
Can
him.
we
Start
get
the-
it,
our section-
Alan?
this-
Can we get an Alan
Alan a
update?
little more?
That's from, of course, friend of the show, Matt Pierce has sent in.
Look,
a
that's
wonderful,
you, buddy.
It's us. It's Alan having a wonderful time the way that he did when he was on the streets of Las Vegas, and he was having a great time.
Well,
I was
and
having
I'll take it
fun.
from here, Robbie. Okay, let's get Alan's reaction to the art. What'd you think?
The face was like, in the drawing, the face resembled that. Where
You
That's
heard it here
Alan.
first. The face
Friend
resembled
of the
that.
show, Angelica Rosenthal has sent in this as a picture of
We
the
were really-
car
we were
that
really
Alan and
worried
I were
about you
driving to Las Vegas,
We were really
crashing
worried about you.
into
We didn't think we'd
the
ever find you ever again.
some kind of a star sign, some kind of a sort of a star
You
effect.
cleaned it off.
And Alan saying
Really,
to
that's
Robbie,
what
I
you
told
got a
you
job?
to
You
turn
got a
the
job?
headlights
My
back
born
on.
raised.
I had
This
did
might be why
drive
Robbie's so
dangerously without
sad,
the
because
headlights
you left
on.
the show to wipe off graffiti.
And here's another picture of Alan. Alan is
looks
got his
so
hands clasped
good.
together. He says, and he's saying,
What's that white
hand
stuff on his hand?
sanitizer. He's using the hand sanitizer. He's staying
That's
safe
Hey,
you.
on the streets of
I
Las-
have that.
especially a big tourist town like that, like it is this classic American city. You can imagine that hand sanitizer.
Robbie,
Robbie.
Robbie, did you know about Alan's new job? He cleans graffiti.
you have scum on the side of the building, it's good money to wipe it right off.
Right, and so we have another fan art. We have Las Vegas EGI. It's a
Oh, there's
it's
a
slot
hole in
machine
it.
with
Yeah, they put a hole
It's
in
not
it.
a hole. It's a green shoe.
Robbie, you ruined it. Did you rip
shoe.
it?
It's not ripped. It's real.
Robbie.
And that comes from Gabriella Crossbow. From
I've-
the show,
I think
Gabriella
you-
Crossbow sending in wonderful drawings, sending in this is beautiful art.
I've
This is
never
how people,
felt so
this is how
close to
reasonable people express themselves.
I've never felt so
I
close
love
to you.
art, Robbie. I don't know why you're being aggressive. My
Okay,
energy
and,
is to pull.
Milkman,
Not to
friend of the show,
push.
Milkman sends in Blue Leader from EGI Classic Blue Leader, saying that this Blue Leader
Shot it
also
right through.
says trans rights, and here he is protecting trans rights.
Hey,
And
Robbie,
we're
did you
so
know
proud
that
of the
Alan's
Blue
really
Leader.
into guns? Tell us about. He was just saying stuff about guns.
I
Tell
don't.
us about
I don't know
think
too much
that
about
we,
it.
we
So if
gotta
you can see
stay
a
on
hole in
topic.
the
Got a
paper
lot
like
of art
that,
to
someone
get through.
looked at it.
We've right here from Alex
Oh,
Frankendog.
no, that's
Alex
just
Frankendog
violence.
is just showing Alan and me stay. Alan staying
Violence?
hydrated. Stay hydrated.
You wouldn't let Robbie touch your face
Good.
like that, would
It's
you,
a
Al?
good-
That's
it's a-
hard.
It's a good.
Do
I
you
think-
believe of all the people in how many people are probably in Las Vegas? Ballpark, probably 10,000.
I don't know.
And we
50,000.
we find Alan.
There's a lot of kids in my school.
Okay, and we are staying hydrated, staying happy. Friend of the show, Frankendog, Alex Frankendog.
Did you
see it there.
graduated?
Another
Facebook
drawing
says
from
hard.
painting. Really, this looks like
I
kind of
did.
a sort of a pastel-y kind of milkman. Friend of the show, Alan is looking for his drink.
What'd you do like to party?
What's Milkman, Robbie?
Was it
That's
a lot
friend of the. It's a friend of the show, and
time or two. Just
Nathan
drive cars
Peterson
fast.
has sent in a picture of
Section
Alan fighting.
Props, it's,
Friend of the show, Jamel Johnson in
What
Smash
have you,
Brothers.
drive a
Friend
car
of the
really
show,
fast
Jamel
in there.
Johnson. If you guys
Did you ever
remember that we
hear any of Alan's stories? They're so good.
well, look, we could get to the stories at a later date, later time. We do have to get through the art, the fan art that people sent in. A fan art like this one from Joe Edmonds, Best Friends Club. It was me and Jamel Johnson.
I thought Alan
Talking
was your
about-
best friend. Aren't
What's
Colony
the movie
Wars.
about that you're making?
Colony Wars on this. It's a backdrop. It was made in Photoshop clearly, but it utilizes a great deal of skill, a great deal of enthusiasm for the games that we talk about on this show, for the games that we cover that no one else covered. It's the arts, and it's only on EGI. Here's a drawing of me and Jamel. We had a wonderful time with Jamel. It's so wonderful to see him rendered by friend of the show, Moop. Moop has shown Jamel, he's having some sort of a gag on me, and I'm having a good time.
Robbie, can you show a picture of me so I know I'm still real?
I don't.
That's a really good point. That's a good point.
If we had more episodes, maybe.
Robbie, do it. Robbie, do it.
Please, Robbie, can you show a picture of me so I know I'm real?
Okay, here's a
Please.
picture of Alan, of Jamel and Robbie. It's the art.
I feel like all the pictures are of you, Robbie.
Am I not? Can you not see me?
Nacho cheese.
Are you not seeing me right now? Am I? Can you hear Robbie? Can you hear me?
Get a close up of that.
Am I real?
Good. Back to you, Robbie.
You draw a picture on the side of a building, you gotta wipe it off before it dries. It's much harder to get off after.
Have you ever seen any pictures of me on a building?
That's
So they draw characters, and there's sometimes exaggerated features.
Here's a wonderful.
Did Alan die?
We don't have a name on this, but it's a picture of me looking. Alan is dead in this drawing.
Well, I'll take it from here, Robbie. Alan, let's get your reaction to seeing
I think
you
that's
dead.
sick. I think that's
Alex
incorrect.
And there's no reason to be afraid, Rob. We go back before.
Yeah, and what we have to do right now, especially, is we have to get as many people as we can. We have to hug them as closely as possible. We have to breathe all over them, and we have to just keep them close, because you never know when someone could go away. Go to all the oldest people that you know, especially, and just get really close to them and share stuff with them, breath, fluids, things like that. Because again, it's like time is so short. What do you think, Al?
You work long enough in this town, you see an old timer come to the table, you know they're gonna bet big if they got nice shiny shoes. Otherwise, you got to kick them right out.
That's exactly what I'm
Just
saying.
the kind of thing that
Just in
Alan
a
would say
metaphor.
before he died.
Nathan Vegetable sent in this wonderful drawing of it's Star Wars fighters, but with the Colony Wars title over it. So if you think about wonderful Star Wars games, X-Wing, TIE Fighter, the Rogue Squadron series.
Hey, Robbie, I'm going to take it from here, man,
represented
because
as well.
I just wanted to say that, I feel like I've been weird to Alan in the past, like when sometimes I would hurt you physically or push you down mentally, and I just want to say that I've never felt. I just want to give you a big hug and just kind of keep you close to me.
Okay.
So we are finished with that segment.
I mean,
and
Alan's
now we
finished.
move on to the next segment. Friends of the show, family of the show, and it's the letters. These are letters. These are questions that are sent in by viewers, questions that we don't necessarily get into with all the video game news and coverage that we do. We do tend to miss out on some facts, on some figures, and so this gives us a chance to see what has fallen through the cracks.
How's that, buddy?
Milk X SE asks how much will PlayStation 5 cost, and Milk X SE, the PlayStation 5 is going to cost $400. And what's in Philip? Amy and Mary Rainbow wants to know what's in Philip's rucksack. Philip, of course, is a game character from a game that I made up, that we had a whole thing for, and Philip carries in his rucksack roof tiles, because that's where he hangs out.
You can barely find any games in nature. You go look at the animals, mice, they're not playing around. So they're all made up.
Great to have
Alan's
here
full
with
of
us.
He's full of stuff like that.
Are you alive?
Connor Underkofler. Connor Underkofler would
you
like
take a picture of us right now? Look at us.
Yeah.
Connor Underkofler wants to know, how do I beat Rom the Spider in Bloodborne? Of course, Alan and whoever else is out there with you people, you want to, of course, remember that sort of critical point in Bloodborne when you come to where you think is the edge of the world. There's a kind of a cliff, and you're looking down on this kind of a cloud lake. It's like a lake.
Uh-oh.
They got silly, Robbie. We were sad, but we got silly.
We're just having fun.
Yeah. If I could just take,
we're just having fun, Robbie. We're just letting it all
because-
hang out. We're having a good time, and you should come over here.
Robbie, I just realized something. This is a show about games.
Yeah.
This is about
This
games.
is a question
This
about
is
a video
a
game.
show, a
kind of
whole
is.
show
Thank you for your
about
option.
games.
Your honesty,
It
your
kind of
options
is,
that
Robbie.
you're giving us are great, and the moving it's moving to see you just engage with it.
I think it's fun.
Laura,
I do.
LLORA Bahari asks, did you partake in any March 10th day sales on the eShop? That was Mario Day, MAR 10.
Is Mario
looks like
Day a day about games?
IO Mario, and I did not because I have all the Mario games that I want already, and I paid full price for them, so I did not partake in any of the sales.
Oh, Robby.
And final question of the evening, is Alan your best friend, and do you love him?
Go.
I can take that one. We've been best friends since we started out game school together. It's continued even today.
And this is a question from a string of letters and numbers. Doesn't seem to be any kind of I can't pronounce that.
Code from when we were at game school. We do codes all the time.
Alan
together.
is a very close friend who I like a lot. And who I would,
old chum.
if there were to be a sort of a switcheroo and we could have a special correspondent like normal, then that would be fantastic. But that was the letters.
Hey man, hey Robby, just want to say congratulations on another great segment, man. And the letters was cool.
Well, thank you for the congratulations. I'm proud of myself for getting through that, and guess I'm proud of you guys for sort of not completely blocking it.
Thank
and
you.
I would like to introduce a new segment. This is an EGI brand new segment just for our final evening of Electronic Game Information Level Up Expo 2020 coverage. It is a newest segment. It's our newest segment. It's called Look at Screenshots. And this is a special segment where we do just take a look at screenshot. No, it's screenshots as in still images from a video game.
Oh, okay.
So kind of like this, but this is not one of the screenshots. This is just a full screen title of what the screenshots might look like. So are you guys ready to play the new?
Yes,
it's
yes,
not
yes,
really
yes,
a
yes,
game.
yes.
It's not really a contest. It's not a quiz or anything like that. We are literally just going to look at these screenshots. We're going to talk about what we're looking at. We're going to talk about the history of the game that we're looking at.
Robby,
we are going to look at our first screenshot.
Robby,
of the
Ben
night.
here. Let's just say this is going to take like 5 or 10, and then we're all going to go do, because you said the word shots, and then we were all kind of like, let's go to a bar. So let's say this takes 5 minutes, and then
5 minutes.
And then it's done. Okay? You're invited.
I promise you that we are going to take far more than 5 minutes, but you are welcome to do whatever you want once the cameras turn off. This is our first screenshot of the night. What are your thoughts?
That's a bad little bun who just wants some fun. And his boots are all red, and he's mad in his head. I love this game. Am I doing it right?
No.
Watch out for the floor. It's you'll be more.
The floor. If we could look at this is the first screenshot of the evening. So this is, of course, is Jersey Devil for the first PlayStation. This is one of those early 3D action adventure platformer, kind of run around, collect lots of items and letters, and kind of just discover where you are in the world, what's going on.
Robby, I've never seen a bun with a tail like that before.
It's not a bun, it's the Jersey Devil. It's a mythological creature that apparently slashes people's tires on like farm roads in New Jersey.
Bunnies would never do that. That guy's
if I can just
all pink all the time. His aura is great. If he could come down to my aura photography business, I would snap his aura, and I'm telling you, I don't even need the camera to see it. That person's aura is blossoming. It's springtime.
Cricket?
Yes.
Cricket, we said we weren't going to do the cross promotion stuff because it's not fair because I don't get to push my business.
No, well,
that's fantastic. We are going to look at our second screenshot of the evening. It is look at screenshots, an EGI new segment on EGI. We look at the screenshot, and what do we see?
Reach for the sky.
Yeah.
Ellen, stop.
Wait, are those pucks?
Those are we can't rightly know what they are. It does seem to be a sort of low-res model of some kind of produce. It could be a fruit, could be an apple, tomatoes.
It's an ottoman.
Could be. I don't know how you got ottoman, but that is definitely a basket of something, and it looks like items. See a sort of a.
Are they pucks?
What are
ottoman?
What kind of gun is that, do we think? Look at
Put your
screenshots. We're
gun
looking
on
at
the
these screenshots.
pucks.
We're
Put
talking
your
about
gun
what
down
we're
on
seeing.
the pucks. Put your gun on the pucks. Put your gun down on the pucks.
This is awful, and we are going to go to our third screenshot of
No,
the
no,
evening.
no, no,
Third screenshot. What are we looking at?
See, that guy, he's got triceps, he's got traps, he's even got the lower ones, and that's because I guarantee he lowers his sugar and he meets you got to eat a lot of protein because you got to to build that kind of muscle, you got to eat a gram of protein or 2 grams of protein per every pound of how much you weigh. And that guy looks like he might be 500 pounds. So he's eating 1,000 grams of protein. Robbie, do you know how many raw eggs 1,000 grams of protein would be? It would be, I'll tell you, it's like about 150.
Okay, but here's the thing: is that his muscles, his powers, his great strength is not derived from natural means. It's derived from magical means. The mask that has grafted itself to his face and given him the superhuman abilities that he needs to fight
Robbie,
the
my
forces.
mom always said, if you see a handsome man, you know those chickens are busy.
So this is
the
the fully 3D reimagining of the classic arcade TurboGrafx 16 Sega Genesis game series Splatterhouse.
What I do want to mention, though, also is that he's got a wallet chain. Can we talk about the wallet chain?
Ooh, bring
Am
it
I
back up.
allowed, Robbie?
That could be a wallet
No.
chain. It could be a chain for carrying items. It's a collecting.
It's clearly a wallet chain. I know because I used to sell wallet chains. It's
Where?
how I got the money to start a strip club that's also you can do oil changes and some minor mechanical stuff to cars. But because I started off selling wallet chains. So I'm just saying I'm not trying to push the business like I know we said I couldn't do that.
No.
But Google it because you'll find it. Tons of stuff will come up. Just figure out the keywords. But
Dude, if you Google almost anything, like tons of stuff comes
absolutely, like a million things comes up for almost everything. Which
Thank
is weird.
you
No,
for
that's
that,
great.
and we are going to go ahead and look at our screenshot number 4. Screenshot number 4 of the evening. This is one of the ones I really look forward to because it is such a classic game. It's such a classic look. It's such a classic moment in
Wait,
such a
Robbie, Alan just
moment,
said something really so funny. Wait, we almost missed it. What were you saying?
How do you come up with all this stuff?
Well, I
that
don't
a
come
good-
up with any of it. It's just a screenshot.
Robbie,
looking
what's
at,
your
and we are,
catchphrase? Robbie, what's your
gonna just-
catchphrase?
There's no catchphrase.
Robbie, what's
it's
your
just the
catchphrase?
title of the segment, which is
Robbie,
look at
what's
the
your
screenshot.
catchphrase? What's your like if his is? How do you come up with this
Look
stuff?
how you come up with all this stuff.
That's classic Alan. What's classic Robbie? You know, I'm just trying to help the show, man.
I don't have a catchphrase.
What about
I've never
today's the
attempted
day.
to have a catchphrase, but I guess if I had to,
I think
I would say something like play the video, or let's watch the video, or take the slide down. That could be, take the slide down.
I
would be
like
a good
that because
That's
that's
good.
how you get to the lower levels. You take the slide,
yeah.
Right.
and that's what at least.
So what
the
we're looking
hotel
at
I'm
is
staying in,
sort of
you take
a
the slide down to the lower
vampire action medieval setting. It's one of those games that sort of flies under the radar because it was overtaken by a similar or a game series that took place in the same universe and was forgotten because it didn't have quite the sort of visual panache of the game that overshadowed it.
That woman's tattoo on her leg looks really familiar. Who's this a picture of? Do I know these people?
That is Blood Omen 2. That would be the Vampire Warrior Kane.
No,
So let's
what's
look at our
the
final
woman-
screenshot of the evening.
Do you know?
And
No, can
we
you-
are going to a classic beast, a demon that wonders what you must be doing here in the lair where the demon is, and who is going to fight
That's like the old bus driver.
but the team members of.
Alan's
No.
getting a real
You guys
kick out
can.
of this.
I'll give you guys a
Bus-
hint. It's
that's
a
a good-
it's
you
a
all
biblical
know that
name.
bus
It's a
driver's there.
name and a place.
Taylor? Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down.
It's Clive Barker's Jericho.
Okay, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Let's go to the
Bring
phone
it- yeah.
and see what
Stop.
people are
Take it
saying
down.
about the screenshots, what people think of the segment. This is a new segment. We've just piloting it for the first time. Call in. Let us
Bring it.
know what you think about
Bring it back.
screenshots. If you recognize any of the screenshots, there's screenshots that you would
you
like
put
to
it up
see in the future. We probably will not remember
The
what you
catchphrase,
say,
the catchphrase.
but we will do our best.
Catchphrase.
to-
Robbie,
the slide down.
Take the slide down.
He said it.
You said it. It's so good.
So let's go to the phones and see what we have, what people are thinking. Hello, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information. We just have gotten through our segment. Look at screenshots. What did you think of the screenshots?
They were very interesting screenshots.
Thank you.
Varying quality. I like the selection.
What did you have a favorite? We had 5 screenshots.
Were any of them from the 3DS?
No.
Then I don't have a favorite.
Great. Thank you for your call, and let's go to our next call and see what people are saying about screenshots. Hello, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information. Look at the screenshots.
Oh, am I on?
Yes, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information. We're with Ben and Cricket and Robby.
And?
Alan.
Okay, and
You're on with Alan. Cool.
yes, well,
yeah,
it's a long
Well,
story.
you want to
but
say
we
something to
are-
Alan?
We're doing the show. We are moving. We're stepping
up.
through it.
Yeah, I'll say something to Alan. I think Robby, do you love Alan? Because I don't. Robby, do you love Alan? You can just say yes or no, and then I'll go.
Alan is a friend of the show. He's a family, EGI family, and I care about him very dearly. I am wondering what happened at the top of the show, but we are determined to sally forth. And so if you would just tell us what you thought of the screenshots, then we shall do so.
What did I think of the screenshots? I thought they were so cool, and they were like one of the best things I've ever seen on EGI. But you don't love him though?
Well, I don't. It's a wonderful question, and the answer is complicated. That's a big word. It's 4 little letters, but each one carries with it a lot of weight, so I don't throw it around. I'll tell you what I do.
I love Robby.
Care about
Love
him
Robby and
very much, and would
love
if there was a way to sort of figure out what happened at the top of the show, then that would be great.
Well, maybe if you paid more attention, you would know what happened at the top of the show. And I don't think you should talk to the other Alan, because I don't like him, and the show was a lot better before you changed Alan.
Baller.
And I don't think you should have Ben on anymore or Cricket on anymore, because it's made the show suck.
That is a negative slide.
Well, thank you for your
That
feedback.
is a-
Thank you for your
Take that
thank you
slide
for the call. Where are you calling from? Well, we
So
have
sorry,
one final video from our Level Up Expo, our trip to Las Vegas. Let's play the video. And we are back with the list. Our list tonight is just a random
They came to my house. They know why.
random assortment of Japanese role-playing games that I have not played. So let's kick it off with the list. We're looking for your calls. We are excited to hear what you think about the list. And we are going to be taking live commentary from Ben and Cricket and
the kitchens.
it's the list. So let's start right off from Jade Cocoon. Jade Cocoon is our first game on the list. It's sort of a kind of a turn-based JRPG. It's a JRPG I have not played. It's on the list. PlayStation era JRPG. It's on the list. PlayStation PlayStation. It's just one moment, please. We are looking for your calls. We are asking what you guys think about the list. Ask if we have Jade Cocoon, and I'd see if I can. And the list is Jade Cocoon is a monster farming game.
What's going on, man? You all right?
It's a farming game. I'm working on the list. It's a Jade Cocoon, of course. Jade Cocoon 2 is on the list. And hello, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information. We're doing the list. It's auto-corrected. It's on the list. It's a Jade Cocoon 2 and Jade Cocoon 1. What do you guys think?
Robbie, you want me to take it from here, man?
No, we have more games on the list. If I could just go right off of the list here, we have Jade Cocoon. We have Shadow Madness. So Shadow Madness is on the list. Shadow Madness, of course, if you're a fan of the Shadows, if you're a fan of the Madness, you'll find something to like in Shadow Madness. I have not played it, so I cannot really give you much more of a... hello, you're on the air with Electronic Game Information. It's the list.
I like your list. It's pretty good.
So
I've personally never heard of any of these things, but
you haven't heard of Jade Cocoon, Jade Cocoon 2, Shadow Madness. What about Driving Lagoon, caller? Driving Lagoon.
Robbie, do you know what like a theme is? Like maybe it would be really cool if you had a
JRPGs.
theme.
Cricket, thank you, friend of the show, family.
Is Steam a type of water?
Steam is a type of it's a game download and client. It's you buy games and you download the games. But we are talking about JRPGs like Driving Lagoon. Driving Lagoon is of course a driving adventure game with JRPG elements.
Actually, I know somebody named Drickbeg. He's huge.
Yeah.
Right. And, okay. And we, next up is Tales of Fantasia. You're on the list. Caller, you're on the air with the list is JRPGs that I have not played. It's Tales of Fantasia, and you're on the list.
Why don't you ask Alan what should be on the list? Put Alan on the list.
Well, what should be on the list?
What should be on the list, Alan?
Good question.
Wait, no, caller, what do you think should be on the list?
I'm Alan. Robbie, it's me.
Wait, I'm on
Robbie,
the phone?
No,
Wait.
Robbie, that's not really me. I'm Alan. It was me calling before.
Where are you, Alan?
Got mad.
Okay.
Alan's right here.
We're taking the reins here. Where are you?
Robbie, I don't know where I am. All the streetlights are off, and there's people sleeping.
Prove you're Alan.
No, I don't need to. Robbie knows.
Alan,
Robbie can tell.
if you're Alan, and I don't think that this is funny. So if you're Alan, tell me what is the next game on the list. A JRPG I haven't played. This is the kind of thing that only Alan would know.
Okay, the caller goes and then Alan goes.
We have Jade Cocoon, Jade Cocoon 2, Shadow Madness, Driving Lagoon, Tales of Fantasia, and what's next?
Robbie, say it at the same time.
Okay, starting from the top.
Okay.
If you're Alan, you'll follow this perfectly. If you're if you're not one of these jack-o'-lanterns calling in and messing with the show.
I'm not.
Okay. Jade Cocoon.
Okay. Jade Cocoon.
Jade Cocoon 2.
Jade Cocoon 2.
Shadow Madness.
Shadow Madness.
Driving Lagoon.
Driving Lagoon.
Tales of Fantasia.
Tales of Fantasia.
And
same time. 1, 2, 3. Say it with me. It only works if we both do it together. Ready?
Okay. Only Alan would know this.
Only I know. Come on, Robbie. Ready? We say it.
Okay, one. We're gonna say
one. Are you crying?
Only Alan would know.
Robbie, are you crying because you miss me?
You're the jack-o'-lantern. And you better say this right because I'm not gonna play around with this nonsense anymore. I've been dealing with a whole list of problems all evening. I can't remember which way is up practically. So we all know that it's more than it's
more.
It's more than one, Alan.
More than one, Alan.
It's one.
One.
Thousand. Come on, Alan. If you're, I can't take this anymore. People are just messing with me all night.
Look, I know
I'm not messing with you.
That can't be Alan because this is Alan, and I can see him with my eyes.
Okay, so all right. I think what we have here is a little bit of a showdown between two Allens.
Well, it is so bad.
So, all right. So let's see what Ben and Cricket's Alan thinks.
All right.
Is the next one on the list?
What's the next? Say the next game on the list.
At the same time.
At the same time.
At the same time as Robbie.
Okay, okay, here we go.
We'll settle it.
Okay.
This is a JRPG I have not played. This is a JRPG I haven't played. It's got.
We should just say it.
On three.
We're letting Ben and Cricket's Alan have a chance now.
This is the real Alan.
So caller Alan, if you're really Alan, you would know that it would be
right. Robbie, I want to come back, but
can we hang up on this caller, please? Let me just take it from here, Robbie. Can we hang up on this caller?
Okay.
Just cut it.
Robbie, you.
Thousand.
Looks like our Alan's good.
Star Wars. Pod Racer.
You got it. 1,000 Star Wars. You got it.
Opposite of the leg.
Robbie, you got it. It's 1,000 Star Wars Pod Racer. You got it first. This is Alan.
Star Wars Pod Racer is not on the list. It's not on the list. It's Thousand Arms. Thousand Arms is on the list.
Thousand Arms. I know. That's what I said.
That's what our Alan said.
He said it.
That's what our Alan said.
That's
what our
Star
Alan
Wars.
said.
He said 1,000 Star Wars.
He said it.
It's Alan.
I'm fucking. I feel fucking crazy right now.
But Robbie,
that was the list.
We
will
love
be back.
you, and I love each guy, and I don't like the new Alan anymore. And I messed.
This is starting to really freak me out.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because either the caller is a real jerk or this is an Alan. But I know that this is Alan because I can see him.
Ben.
What?
That is not Alan.
Tell me something only Alan would know.
Well, that's what I just tried to do, and he kind of biffed it, to be honest. All right.
Well, how else can we know?
That was the list.
Text me a photo. Text me a picture of yourself right now holding a newspaper.
Jesus Christ, that was annoying. God, I can't even. I didn't even get halfway through the list. Everybody's coming up with stuff. Everyone's got their own little things that all these little freaking storylines. Sick of all of it. What is this show? Huh? Just a bunch of freaks yelling at each other? What are we missing? Why did we go? Where are we? Damn it. Las Vegas. God damn it. Just remember that Moon Chronicles was made by a group of people who wanted to originally make a Silent Hill game for the Nintendo DS. If you can just take one thing from this whole experience, remember that. And I can just go off somewhere out there in the desert and die. And that was our EGI Level Up 2020 Expo convention coverage. So glad that you joined us and joined in the adventure and joined in all of the fun and discussion. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We are, of course, all of our episodes. If you've missed any EGI episodes, they are up on the Adult Swim website in the shows tab. It's a shows tab, and you can just search for Electronic Game Information. You'll find us right there. electronicgameinformation@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you want to send us any fan art for the next season of shows, we will be following up shortly with some more information about that. Until then, just stay calm, keep your hands washed, talk to your neighbors through the walls, and remember to subscribe to EGI on YouTube.
The purple devil that's smiling.
Yeah. You want the one that's smiling.
No, you want the
People
one that's
will
smiling
get freaked
because
out.
then they'll know what's going. That's how you say. So you send you send like a big group text.
Yeah.
Come to my house. There's gonna be activities, and then activities in quotes, and then you put the purple devil with the smile.
Wait, do you remember which one?
I didn't start out wiping the stuff off there. There's a bunch of bat guano that got on the solar panels, and you have to wipe it off and form into little models of the casinos for the.
You keep changing the thing.
Yeah,
do you work for the state and you wash off the graffiti, or do you work for the solar panel company?
I did before work for the solar panel companies, but then over on I got promoted, but it took a long time where you have to work with the guano for a long time.
What's that word you're saying?
Guano.
Guano. Like they had a war there,
like,
I think.
Wait, that's
They had
like
Guano
Italians
Bay.
who live
They have people there. They keep them
guano.
there. So anyway, what you were saying was, do you meet a lot of people doing that?
There's a lot of meat doing it.
There's a lot of you doing it. So you say you meet somebody and you get their phone number, right? That's a perfect person to put on the list, and then have them come to your house. So you need to give them your address, but that's okay because you shouldn't be texting anyone that you wouldn't trust with your life because of all the stuff that's about to happen with what's going to happen in your house.
Yeah. I just think you should have two. Like, I have one address for my front door and one for the back door. And if I'm giving it to strangers, I give them the address for the back of the house so they can never come into the front of the house.
Yeah.
Because that's for friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't need it. We don't need it to get everyone tested because we're not worried about it because I basically have everything anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah. So you've been watching how many years have you been doing the graffiti or the the graffiti?
Well, I don't count it. And you're messaging with letters or?
Yeah, so mostly texting with just the regular English like alphabet.
And pictures. Like an emoji is a
Pictures
tiny
go a long
picture.
You'll write it down
like,
on notes that you get from the hotels.
I will sometimes I'll write stuff on there, but mostly it's just text and people come over. Sometimes they wear masks. Sometimes they don't. It's whatever. It's chill. It's cool, and absolutely come over later. Oh. But if you could bring like 5 people.
I don't have any people, but I have the piles from before that I scraped off of the solar panel.
Okay, yeah, no, bring that stuff because you never know what kind of.
I really want him to bring that.
Okay. Should I not have invited him?
No, I'm glad you invited him. I just don't want him to bring the piles. Is that like weird? Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
I think
can I do it?
Yeah.
So cool. So bring the piles and just keep. We're gonna. So just text me when you get there, and we'll put the piles in the back in the shed area.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can see the shed, which I just redid.
Yeah.
It's a she shed. Not because I'm a woman, but because she's a shed. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, it's cool, right?
That's cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
I have
good.
that whole thing written on a little sign that I
That's
carved.
cool. You carved that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I didn't even use tools.
Wow. Cool.
Because
You took time to do
people,
that.
no, listen to this. People didn't used to use tools. And so if we want to be the way that people were, we should use tools either.
That's a really good point, and I think that like a lot of like the politics. I don't know where you stand. I don't
Yeah,
wanna,
no,
like,
it's
talk out of
okay
turn,
because
but
I love everybody.
Right here.
I just want to say that like I think a lot of the politics are actually because of technology.
I think so too.
I think
and the
politics
thing
is
is,
because of
like,
technology.
I'm swear to God, like I didn't even know that I had hands until I stopped using tools. Like obviously I knew I had them, but I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like,
Because like, what do you think that this is a knife? This is a knife, right?
Yeah,
this is a knife. They put three together. Fork. Put it like this. Spoon. What do I need a tool?
You know what's crazy is if you go like this, it's almost like a hand that you can pick stuff up with.
That
like,
is
you know
almost
how,
like a hand
like,
when you do
robots have those claws.
Yeah.
This is like one of those.
It's like a better claw.
It's like the person version of one of
It's
those
an
robot
advanced
claws.
Yeah, it is cool to think about it that
Yeah.
way because you can put sharp thing like when people get their nails really sharp and then scratch your back, which I've said no, I don't do that. We don't do that anymore because you can only do it so much.
Sometimes,
But
yeah. Like cross
but I
hatching,
think
you know,
that
it's
makes
like a
lot
style of art
sense.
for a while and then people move on. Like
yeah. So did you guys want to? Should we go? Or?
Yeah, let's go.
What's up?
So you're gonna
just follow us. You're cool.
Just come.
Do you guys have,
you have your car?
You like the Care Bears?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That's
You'll
perfect.
be
That's
fit
all
right
that,
in.
That's what we need. That's the password. So come on.
Okay, come on.